everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Patricia, if you haven't been here before. I'm an artist and illustrator, and today I'm going to share with you a couple of my goals for this year. I know it's a little bit later in the year, but honestly I've been exhausted up until like a couple of weeks ago that I started regaining somehow my energy and I started to actually think about what I wanted for this year. I'm going to have a couple of other videos coming up, but I think I might edit this one first because I've already recorded them. I made a little bit of an investment on machines and things for the studio, but I'll tell you more about that in that video. I had a huge market. I was for a month in a stall that we rented in the local mall, apart from my full-time job. I got vacation in between, but I got like very busy time at work, then the stall being like 12 hours a day. I took turns with my friend, but she had to work too, so we had to, cover for each other as much as we could. So it was exhausting, and I didn't want to do anything for a month. I didn't want to put a food in my studio for a month because it was a mess. It's still a little bit of a mess, but it's getting better, and I've done some efforts to organize stuff. So, hey you, vengamos. Sweet. She is seeing my cable and is like, oh my god, is that a toy? I thought I'll bring you along and tell you a little bit about my plans for this year. In a way, I try to do this for me, to make myself accountable. Like, I feel if I tell it out to the world, even if there's not that many people seeing me, I feel like I have compromise of sorts that I have to take on. But also because I kind of want to document this. I'm very excited about my goals this year. I think it's the first time in a little while that I've been so excited about what I want to do this year, and I really hope that I get to do it, because sometimes these goals just come and go, but I'm quite focused and they're just two. So I'm gonna stop rambling and tell you about it. So my first goal is I want to update my website and move it completely. This is a lot of work. I've been putting it off for quite a bit. Well, I'm hoping it's not a lot of work, because I've actually checked out something and it might be easier to transfer than what I thought, but still I think it's gonna be some work. I want to move my website. Is currently on WordPress because it was cheaper at the moment, it was easier for me, and I also wanted to focus a lot on the vlog at that time. Now, I don't want to discard the vlog, because some of the entrances that I have for the vlog have actually gotten quite a lot of traffic over the years, even bringing me some sponsorships and things. So I don't want to completely get rid out of it, and actually I enjoyed the blog part. It's just that I don't have that much time to do it anymore, and for a while I was a little burned out, so I stopped. So I don't want to get rid of it, and I was balancing Shopify or Squarespace, because actually the plans are quite similar. Shopify is a little bit more expensive if you want to have a shop, because that's the other thing. Another thing that I want to do with this website is my shop. Is like upgrade my shop, make it better, make it more beautiful, upload the thousands of products that I have that I haven't done in the past, because the WordPress shopping thing is, I don't know, it's just, I don't like it. I don't like uploading products. It feels like such a drag, and it is always a drag. Like in Etsy, it was always a little bit complicated too, but I don't know, it felt easier. It was more natural, and they updated things, and it was, I don't know, no mule. I don't know, there's other platforms and other systems that, even though they might be a drag, because obviously you have to add all the product information and all of that, is a little easier. I felt like WordPress, like, it's not very complicated. It's just doesn't give you a lot of options. It's just very easy, but at the same time, very ugly. The products don't turn out that pretty in the page. I really like my main website, like the main page, but I feel like the rest of the website is not something I love, I'm proud of. I don't love the portfolio style either. And a lot of people rave about Squarespace. I'm not sponsored, by the way. I wish I was. And rave about the easiness of, making a pretty website, which is exactly what I want. Make a pretty website, make a pretty functional website. Also, another thing that drags me off and makes me a little annoyed about my website is slow. And of course, I could pay for a higher plan and get my own hosting instead of shared hosting, and that will be the thing that will make your website go faster. But I just overall don't love WordPress and the system for the shop and everything. So yeah, I'm moving. Hopefully. I've been thinking this for a little bit, and I've been researching for the last couple of weeks, because I was considering Shopify too. What dragged me off of Shopify, despite it having a lot more features for the shop, is that it's not so focused on the rest of the things, on the portfolio, on the blog. And although I know some coding, although I could fight with it, I just don't want to. I want to go for something that's slightly easy. I've read that you can transfer the blog posts to Squarespace. There's a way. And I was just so relieved. I was like, yeah, that's what I want. And even if I don't, Squarespace, I think, is still easier for you to put a blog. Now, some concerns about Squarespace that I have, I'm just going to tell you because I've done all this research, so you might want to know, is that despite everything, it says that the CEO is a little harder to get. What I did for my blog is I optimized the blog posts and all of that, and technically, if you follow a certain number of steps with WordPress, the blog is somehow easy to position on Google and things like that. I read it is a little harder with Squarespace because of you don't have that much personalization. All of it is made really simple for you to drag and drop and things like that, but you don't have all that like certain personalizations. Still, I think I'm willing to let that go because the vlog was mostly it was for positioning with the vlog, but I'm not doing it so much anymore. So if I decide to go back on it, I read that there's ways for you to, tweak with it, some things to bring the SEO. And also, I've been thinking that maybe, I'm not sure, now that I have a full-time job, I can invest a little bit on my business. And if I feel like I need a little boost, maybe I can have some ads running for a little bit. I don't know. Like, I, for example, hate ads on most of the things, and I hate ads in Instagram and things like that. But Google ads are a pretty much common thing. They work relatively well. And if you know how to do them, and I've been learning how to do them for my work, so let's use that knowledge. So the first main goal, and this first one is slightly more boring, I'm just saying it outright, but yeah, is update my website, update my shop, and one of the main things that I want to do with this is make my own products, a lot more of my own products. I have tons and tons of products. Like, look, this is the inventory for the stand that I had, and this is how many products I have of every little thing. But I have tons of prints, I have tons of different things, I have different models of things. I also have a bunch of originals that I would like to at least slowly upload like a few to the website and have them there just in case, I don't know, someone wants to buy them, because I have so many originals. Some of them I'm not even emotionally attached to anymore because it's been so many years. Some of them I did most for practice than for anything else. If I sell them, it's just okay, like they can go to a loving home. A lot of these things are fan art because I go to a lot of convention type places, and I noticed that my things didn't sell too well, so I started doing a little bit more fan art, and eventually most of my stuff was fan art. As much as I love fan art and I love the things that I do, I only create fan art for the things that I enjoy. I don't want my full shop to be that, because I also enjoy doing other designs, and seeing them not sell or sell kind of makes me a little sad. So I want to push that a little bit more. And actually recently, despite me drawing a little bit less, the last few pieces that I create I'm super proud of, and I want to do things with them, And I also want to design products because I really enjoy it. I do a lot of products for my shop with my friend, like notepads and things like that, and I just get a lot of joy of designing those types of products, because with my normal designs I don't go for that. Sorry, having a cat in your lap is very distracting. If you know, you know. I would really, really like to do some designs of my own, a little bit with my own thing, instead of always fan art. I will probably be uploading a few of the fan art things that I have, because there are things and products that I have a ton of them. And I fear that if I don't upload them to my website, I just never will get rid of all of them. And maybe I won't ever, because they sell so slowly. But hey, I'm actually very excited about this. But I know it's going to be a lot of work, because a lot of these products I don't have photographed. Like, maybe of these thousands of pages, I have photographies of like 20, 30. You can tell there's more than 20, 30 just in like a column here. That's a lot of work, especially taking into account that I have a full-time job. Still, if I do it like spread out through the year, by the end of the year, I have something more or less, like I have the website, I have my shop slightly updated, I will be so proud. Moving along to the second thing that I want to do this year, I'm super excited for this one, and yay, I don't know, I'm just very, very excited about this part. All right, so I don't know if you can see them if I pull them in front of me. I have a pile of sketchbooks here and another pile there, but this is the legit pile of sketchbooks. That one only has like a few drawings for each thing. Most of this, like 90% of this, are filled from the beginning to the end. the other day I was just like cleaning up around and I decided to take a look at these books that I have, which by the way, I'm thinking about keep doing my book reviews videos because the couple that I did you seem to like, but I just haven't had the time. Yeah, I have these two books from Audre Claire that I absolutely love. These are Fragments and Fragments 2. I love these books. I love these books. I love the art of Audre Claire. And I remember when I first found her out, the thing that I enjoyed the most was seeing her YouTube videos. She doesn't post anymore, which for me is so sad, but she does this for her mental health. She was never too fond of recording and all of that, so good for her. But I'm still sad because I enjoyed watching her draw in her sketchbook. Like, the sketchbooks were always so pretty and inspiring, and I'm not saying I'm at this level, okay, but I'm just quickly gonna show you what these books are about, because most times when I see an artist put a book, although they might include sketches, they're focused on, you know, showing us the pretty art, sometimes a little behind the scenes, but the pretty art, you know. But Audre put out a book that's full of sketches. These are pages from her sketchbook, compilations of artwork, maybe a finished piece here and there because we are artists. Sometimes we do finished pieces in sketchbooks, or maybe just for decoration you put a finished piece here or there. But this book is so pretty and is a casual book with sketches. I need to be careful of what I show you because there's obviously nothing wrong with it, but YouTube doesn't like it. I just love the concept, and this one is also really beautiful. Of course, Audre's work is really pretty, so of course it will look really pretty together, and she just puts these sketchbook spreads out that are really pretty. I think she still has her channel around if you want to check her out. I was super inspired by this because whenever I will feel like in a rut, there are a lot of art books that I have that inspire me, but for some reason these ones hit differently. And I don't know if it's just because you can see a lot more of the mess of the thought process of the, you know, not so finished artwork. I've always loved to see other people's sketchbooks. I think I'm not alone in this. I feel in the community a lot of us like to see sketchbooks of people, but yeah, I don't know, I don't see that many people putting out sketchbook collections in a book. Another artist that does show a lot of sketches is Loish in her books, but still, this is a finished book. It's usually with a theme, and there's also a lot of finished artwork. I don't know, I thought, I want to do this. Can I do this? Is my artwork cool enough to do this? So I'm gonna let you guys be the judge of that, and I might not get a lot of response with this video, but it's fine. I think I'm gonna do it anyway. But I thought, hey, wouldn't it be fun to kind of document this in my YouTube video? It will be a way for me to, you know, flip through the sketchbooks again, which I will have to do anyway for, you know, choosing which pages I want to scan and take photos of and things like that. And I can, I don't know, maybe build a little hype for it if I keep going on my YouTube channel journey, because that's another thing I kind of want to do this year. So I don't consider that one of my goals. I just want to do it as I go, because overall what I want to do this year too is kind of bring back my social media game and my YouTube game. And I'm just gonna focus on Instagram and YouTube. Instagram is just very complicated lately, but I don't know, I don't want to fully leave it because I feel like still the social media I kind of understand better, and I like more posting on it despite the crazy algorithm and all of that. I want to bring you along because, as I said, I think it's going to be really fun to bring you along the way, to show you my sketchbooks, to, you know, see them together, to show you the process behind, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a pain to scan all of it. I don't even know if I should hire someone to help me do it or if I should do it on my own. I can manage some InDesign and things like that to put together a book. I just don't know if I'm good at having the good eye of putting things beautifully together. I know there's a difference between being an artist and actually knowing how to do graphic design. So I don't know if eventually I will like try to do a little bit of it myself and maybe hire someone to have a look at it, or I don't know. But my idea is that after this, after I have a bit of the chunk of it, doing a Kickstarter. It will be my first Kickstarter, and I don't know how that's gonna go. I know some people like Audre did pre-orders, but I just don't think I have the audience for it. I don't know if I should do the Kickstarter and pre-orders. I have no idea. My main goal was to do a Kickstarter, because one thing that I've been thinking that I would like to know the process of. I've seen many videos of people doing a Kickstarter and explaining how it goes. I also think it will be useful for me to share my knowledge here. I'm always up for that. If I document the process, I can tell you a little bit about how that's going. I think is another skill to add up to an artist portfolio, to do a Kickstarter. I don't need it to be a huge Kickstarter. I will probably try to talk with local printers or the online ones that I use for things and check out the prices and all of that and try to make it a Kickstarter that's kind of easy to fund. I'm just talking here. This will require months of research, months of me scanning these piles of sketchbooks and things. It's gonna be a long bit. I'm gonna show you, well, I mean, if you're here, you probably are already seeing some clips of my sketchbooks, but just know that there's most of these sketchbooks, except the ones that are not finished, I have sketchbook tours around. And I'm gonna leave a list down below because I think I put them all in a list so you can see them. I also thought that perhaps this will inspire me to sketch a little bit more, because apart from this pile of books, a bunch of originals that I might even consider putting in the book, another pile of sketchbooks that I have over there with more finished pieces, I also have a lot of digital sketchbook pieces, and I'm going to show you the magic of editing. I've also, like, since I started digital, I don't know when, but since I started digital, I've been doing like this digital sketchbook thing. Sometimes I just randomly grab a canvas and sketch, but some other times I will just treat it as a sketchbook page, a sketchbook spread, and just fill it up. So I do have quite a few of those pages. I have thumbnails, I have things that sometimes are actually pretty. I found a thumbnail yesterday looking through my archives and it was so pretty. I was like, I want this in the book. And the color comps and all. You know, those kind of things that you don't usually share that much. Those are the things that you don't see in an art book. And that's what I want to see. That's what inspires me. Maybe for you too. Hopefully for you too. And that will be the interesting part of this. I'm gonna record some footage of me flipping through this. Hopefully you will be seeing while I talk. And I plan to bring you along of my maybe the next steps. Hopefully, I'm taking it easy. I don't want to stress myself. I thought that maybe for this month I will focus on editing a couple of videos for YouTube, and then we'll start with the next project. Like, I don't want to go crazy here. But I'm really excited about this. So hopefully you like to know my plans for this year. Hopefully you found them interesting. If you want to know anything about what I talked about, as I said, I would like to document a little bit of the journey, especially for the book. The other part I feel like is more boring. I don't think you want to see me sitting in my computer for hours putting up a pretty website. Other than that, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts about the book, and if you want to see Audra's book, I was thinking doing a little bit of a review of her book or her books. I don't know if to do a 2-in-1. Maybe that will make sense with what we're doing here, and as it is my main inspiration for doing this. I don't know, let me know whatever you want to see. Let me know. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my sketchbooks and catching up with me for a little bit. Bye!